welcome to the Cup TV. The Cup. The Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you know, it's come to us first to quench your thirst. Yes, I've been doing this way too long. I'm your girl, Lana, your resident evil diva. And I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Purr. I am drinking on some water here because hydration is important, people. Get your water. And I have my cup mug. And you can get your cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Brazil, y'all order at your own risk because sometimes it'll get there, sometimes it won't. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I've tried. We've tried. I don't know what else to do. So if you're anywhere else looking at this, get your cup mug. If you're Brazil, I understand why you won't.
Yes. And hi, I'm River, your Brazilian correspondent here on the cup, and today I'm also just drinking some water.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, it's the Audrey, yeah, because I'm like she's a good singer, voices.
Right.
Why not?
Sure.
Well, I'm David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. Um, I decided to wear a shirt of a queen that likes Drag Race Brazil, talks about Drag Race Brazil, and today is her 32nd birthday. I'm wearing my Angeria shirt, and yes, I did get it signed at DragCon London this year. So, yeah.
Love that.
Love
Um,
Angeria.
yes, me
Love
too.
her.
And I'm just drinking some water. And Angeria, in case anybody needed a reminder, absolutely deserved to win All Stars 9.
Mm.
Period.
Period. Absolutely. And we are here. We are back talking Drag Race Brazil, episode 3. And it was a really interesting, interesting episode. A lot happened in this episode, and we are going to talk all about it. But before we jump into it, y'all know what to do. If you've been here before and you've already subscribed, thank you. Now, if you've been here before and you haven't subscribed, hello? What are you doing? Please hit the subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Help us out. We are on a mission here at the Cup across all 4 of our channels to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. We are almost there, halfway there at here on this channel. We need about 500 more of you to just go on and hit the subscribe button right now. Help us reach our goal by that. And then we need like 600 more of you on the TV channel to help us reach our goal there. So 500 of you go there, and then you get 100 of your friends, and then you go over there and jump over there and do that too. Help us out because we're trying to give you great content and a lot of fun things unlock once we get that 1,000 new subscribers over there and 1,000 new subscribers here. It's fun for us to have more reach to you. So help us out. And then subscribe to all of our other channels. All those links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links if you need to check us out on the go. Join our Patreon. We got a lot of fun things going on in there. And follow on all of our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky from time to time. We're going to get better on Blue Sky, but we're definitely hitting it on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. So follow us on all of those as well. You can follow the 3 of us if you want. But if you don't want to, we're okay. We're fine if you don't feel like it. And then, of course, where you can get your cup mug and all that. All that stuff is in the description below. So let's get into it because, oh, we walk back into the workroom and Chanel is gone. And I'm sad still. I'm
Me
very
too.
sad.
Honestly, I'm sad, but I'm hoping for production. Hello. To make Chanel our Miss Vanjie and bring her back for season 3. And we thank you.
First.
I agree. I also think Chanel brought like a levity to the competition that I really appreciated. Like there was this radiant joy coming from Chanel, and without her there,
Mm-hmm.
things feel a little tense. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm like, oh, this is uncomfortable at times in this episode. And I think Chanel being there would have just broken that up, and everything would have been fun and nice and dandy. But it's okay.
I think the queen's just realizing, like, Chanel leaving, it was like, oh, the game is actually on and they are ready to play. They like this game is on. It's time to like time to knuckle up. If you want, it's like just trying to get it on, and they are taking it very seriously.
Yeah,
Also because like Chanel was in the top the first week and
Mm-hmm.
then was the first out, so they were like, oh, it doesn't matter how good I did yesterday.
Yep.
I need to. So it kind of like, I think it's because it's after the first elimination. Everyone kind of is like, okay, it's for real now. We gotta lock in, and I get it.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, Poseidon says that when they all like come back and wipe the mirror. Poseidon's like, this isn't about friends anymore. This is game on, and you can tell something really switched in her brain. So yeah, they're definitely feeling it now.
The competition is really starting to heat up. It is.
It is.
It is though.
It really is.
But then we also had everyone congratulating. They were all, sad, crying, sad that Chanel was gone. Yes, but then they were also congratulating Poseidon on winning the lip sync, and then Adora on that amazing challenge win.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get over it.
It's so good.
Still thinking about it.
Have you all seen the like updated version she made on her Instagram?
For the pictures, yes.
Yeah, it's so good.
So good.
Crazy.
Ugh.
But everybody's happy for them. They're like, all right, let's get out of drag. The next day they come back into the workroom and it's like we get a little everybody's happy that that they're there and it's there, everything. But like you said, the levity of the challenge of the game is still right, and people are showing off badges now. We got 2 badges to show off, and people are showing them off, and people are like coveting these badges. Like, I want one, but badge, like, that seems like something I want. So,
like the part where Cam Hugh was like, "That's my badge. You stole my badge."
And we weren't chasing her around.
Definitely not mixing up franchises.
Oh no, but
Right.
I'm not mixing it up because they were.
No,
I'm about to say I'm not, because it was. I can't remember who, but they were licking, trying to get.
Oh, Desiree was licking.
Yes, Desiree was trying to.
Adonis, I think. Yeah.
Yes, the badge. I was like, okay, cool.
But we also had. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, because we also had we had Ruby asking. She said, "How are the bottoms feeling today?" I'm like, okay. She's
What do you
so
mean?
sweet. I live.
I wasn't in the bottom.
And then, Melody was like, I was low, not
I
bottom.
wasn't the bottom.
And honestly, she's right.
Yeah.
She was low, not bottom too. So hey,
Mm-hmm. I mean,
whatever you need.
And like, if you go to Wikipedia, they've changed it so anybody who's low, they're just safe on Wikipedia. So.
Oh well.
I mean,
low
is safe. It's just a low safe.
Yeah.
But then not the bottom.
Desiree was like, Melody is delusional, and if she got eliminated, she would say, if she gets eliminated, she's gonna say, I wasn't eliminated. I just left the show.
I left the competition. Absolutely.
Yes.
That's Melody is me, because I'm not going to accept defeat. Like, I don't lose. Something else happened, and I did not get eliminated. I chose to leave.
Yes.
Get it straight.
I eliminated
myself.
Yes, Miss Jade. So
absolutely.
It was very that energy.
Very much that, and I appreciate that energy, honestly.
You'll see what I'm talking about, River, soon enough.
Well, I kind of know, but okay. Yes.
But yeah, so little talk happened. Greg comes and lets them know that the library is open for the mini challenge this week. The library is now open, and
let the shade come in.
Let it commence. Now, here's the thing for me watching this reading challenge, because it was a lot of good reads that happened during this challenge, more so than I'm used to seeing a lot on some of these reading challenges. Some of the reading challenges would be like, okay, that wasn't that great. Oh, this was good. This has some really good ones. but they kind of gave me the they tricked me this time in the edit. They tricked me. They
Yeah.
tricked me. They tricked me because I was like, okay, I know who's about to win this. Desiree is about to win this because they showed like 7 or 8 of Desiree's shades and gags, and I'm like,
And they
Desiree
were
is
all
about to
good.
win, and they were
All good.
good. They were good, but I was like, wait a minute.
Mhm.
Wait, but before we say who won, any of the reads stand out to either of you?
Oh yeah, but you go first, David.
Yeah, so there's two. And they both stand out for weird reasons.
Okay.
One of them was Belky. We got a read that went, but it fades quickly, and then there was like a shade sound.
So they edited out like what's going on with the editing here?
Yeah, I had to rewind. I was like, wait, did I miss something? And sure enough, no, it was just a random cut. Like we got the end of her read and not the beginning. So yeah, I was really confused. And I was like, oh, surely the Brazilian people got the unedited version of it. But
No.
apparently not. Yeah.
And also, whoever is doing the subtitles, why are you writing Belky's name wrong? You don't
With the
need to
K,
translate.
yeah.
Like, what are you doing anyway?
They don't
Okay.
want people to say Belchi.
That's like this whole challenge. I was like, that's suspicious. That's weird. But
Although the dubbed version did have her call herself Belchi at one point.
okay.
But the other read that I really enjoyed, and it really wasn't a read, but Adora, when she went to give one to Greg, and she's like, Greg, you're like a dragon fruit. I've never tried, but I'd love to. I was like, okay,
Mhm.
fair and funny. So I like
Good.
that one.
And it's even better in Portuguese because we use the verb eat as fuck, like to have sex with someone. So that's how she used to say, I would love to, like I never ate it, but I would love to, in the double sense of like eating as eating the fruit and having sex with you. So it was good in English, but it was even better in Portuguese. But
Nice.
that was my favorite from Adora as well, because she did a fruit joke for Poseidon. She said, Poseidon, you're like a mango, always droopy. I gagged. That was so funny. And then the one for Greg, yes. I love that Ruby tried to read Belky, but then Belky read her back and even better. So that was so good. I'm gonna leave my favorite for last, but we had Mercedes. She said, Poseidon, talk about hypocrisy, right? Claims she's the top, but always in the bottom. That was good. Solid.
That was good.
But then a girl, my mother, my favorite, my queen, Desiree. I knew she was gonna do good because she does like the equivalent of the roast tour, like the haters roast tour, the equivalent of what we have here. She's always on that, so she has the experience. But I wasn't expecting it to be so good. It was I loved this so much. One of my favorites. So I think I have three. She said, Poseidon, I could say your looks are a joke, but I can't because the joke needs to make sense. Stop it, she's already dead. And then she said, Adora, out of everyone here, you're the only one I'd eat. Fuck. Because I have high blood pressure, so I need something bland like you.
Oh, poor Adora.
It was so good. It was so smart. The delivery, the timing was so good. Oh my god. And then there's one that you might not understand, so I got the picture for you because it killed me. I had not laughed that much in a long time, and it was so good. She just looked at Belky and said, "De Cesar."
Bueno. Oops.
And G. Cesar is a former Big Brother Brazil competitor that is also a makeup artist and drag queen, right? And this is what he looks like.
Okay.
So, Belky looks exactly like him, and it was so funny. It was so accurate, and it was this hit killed her with one word. It was so good.
Yeah.
And now we can do spoilers. How did she not win? I don't understand. I
Hmm.
don't
I
get it. I don't want to understand. I'm mad. I
I'm
am mad at this one.
confused. I'm
I am.
like, what do you mean? You just showed everyone that she did. What did you
And
like?
all of the queens thought she did good. Like they were all left. Anyway,
It was a little weird. I've decided I want to start, like when we have reading challenges, I want to start giving out an award for the biggest punching bag during the reading
Yeah,
challenge.
mm,
Because we just saw Drag Race France and it was definitely Mommy Wata. They were
yep.
eating her up. This one, I think it was pretty close between Adora
And
and
Poseidon.
Poseidon, but I would
mm.
probably I'd give it to Poseidon for biggest
Yeah,
punching bag.
I would
I
give
mean,
it to Poseidon.
it's low hanging fruit. So
Yep.
well, but we did have our winner, and I will say she did. I did right. She did have one good read, in my opinion, which was the one for Ruby, where she was like, "Oh, you're like a precious gem, but you need to be dilapidated." Like that's okay, you know. But sure, I mean, I don't agree, but I am happy for Melody winning something because I love her. So
She's won
sure.
3.
Three in a row. It's
I was
rare
like,
territory.
yeah. I was like, okay, all
You're
right.
right. You won every minute.
She
Yeah.
wanted it. We have not changed the banner for her since we started, so that's been nice. Just keep it
Consistent
going, Melody.
queen.
Less work.
Yes.
Less work for me. I'll take it.
And
But
we thank
yeah,
you, Melody.
and we and we thank you, because baby, I was like, okay, got work. But she wins the challenge, and then Greg announces that our maxi challenge is going to be a girl group, and they're going to write and record and choreograph the original song. And since Melody just won the reading challenge, she can pick her own group. Now I felt very interesting because you said there was 9 people, of course. So she was like, you can have 5 or you can have 4. She chose to have 5, and
I
when
was
she,
screaming four, pick four.
I always pick 5. I would have picked 5 too, honestly. This is like I would have picked 5.
I think
I
you
don't
just
know.
have more time for yourself in it. There's less people to steal attention from you. So if you're
That's
confident in what you're doing, I think fewer numbers is better. There's less brains trying to contribute to the plan and choreography. I don't know. Obviously, the results are what they are, but I was like, pick the lower number.
I would always pick 5 because for me personally, working within a group is like the more people there, the less if something goes wrong. If I mess up, it's more people to take the attention off of me. Less people focus can be fairly closely onto me if I mess up. I want more people to take the attention off of me just in case something don't go right, or we can, make it. I don't want the attention to be focally on me if I make a mistake. Now, if you're confident in what you're doing,
Right.
yes,
And
sure.
she should be. She should be,
She,
is my
but
point.
this was, and this is why she picked what she did. She was strategic because she was confident in what, and I kind of agree that she was being very strategic in this whole thing. But then I was like, maybe not. I feel like she wanted to get the people who she worked best with. Instead of what everybody else was thinking, she picked the people who she knew she could beat and would be better than everybody. I don't think it was that. I think it was she worked better with the people that she picked because, as we see, it was just more work, more egos on the 4-person team than it was on the 5-person team. She picked the people who she knew she could work with, and it just happened to be those other 4 people alongside of her. But the other team felt like she picked them because she could just out dance them, outperform them, outdo them, and she was going to be the standout star. And I was like, is that the case? I don't know if I
See,
felt that
I
way.
think it was. I think it was more because, like, based on the fact that uh Poseidon was in the bottom for the first challenge that was a dance challenge. So like I understand. Thinking like, okay, that's weird. But also, if you think about last challenge, the design challenge, who was helping Melody do her outfit?
Mm-hmm.
Poseidon.
Poseidon.
So
Yep.
so Melody knows that Poseidon is a person that she works well with, that is cooperative, that is helpful, that is, you know. So
Yep.
I understand. I understand. And also like Mercedes has a theater background, so she knows how to get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right.
She knows. And she can sing, and like I think she picked a diverse team because that's like when we think of girl groups, they either all kind of look the same, right? Or they are all very different and have their own thing and personality.
Yeah.
And I think Melody was going for that. And I think also being a dancer, maybe she's in her view, because I'm like, 5 people, for me, 5 people look better on stage than 4. I like odd numbers for choreo on stage if it's not like a huge group, right? But if you can count how many people are on stage, I like odd numbers. I think it looks better, but and also they hadn't picked the song yet, so they didn't really know about like the time. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think both teams kind of had people that you would think on paper that you would want on your team and people that on paper you wouldn't want on your team. So it was kind of even for me because, I mean, honestly, in the first challenge, I didn't think Desiree or Paula did very well. So they were still on that team. Ruby did well. Melina did fairly well. I think everybody else was higher on her performance in the first week than me. But I don't know. I didn't think it was egregious, like, choices that she picked. So
I don't think so either. I didn't think it was egregious. I just thought it was who she wanted to work with.
Yeah. Like Belky, a dance teacher, makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
That makes sense.
But
I did love the shady comment from Ruby. It was entertaining.
But we then go, they have to choose their songs, which songs they want between
let's our groups, our final groups. Right. So we had
Desiree, Melina, Paola, and Ruby with on one side, and then Adora, Belky, Melody Queen, Mercedes, and Poseidon, all on the other team. So those are the teams. And then they go to pick their songs, and we see the leftover crew decides that they wanted one song. And then they were like, this is the song we're going to get. This is a song. It's slower. It's not, it's a little more sensual. It's, we'll take that song and we want that song. But the other team wanted that song as well. So it was like, we're at a crossroads here. How do we figure this out? How do we figure out who gets the song? And I'm going to be honest. I was so confused on how they figured it out. I was like, what happened? It happened so fast.
It was like paper, rock, scissors, but not.
I was like,
do you guys not have odds or evens?
Oh,
what is that?
What it was like where you put up fingers and
you're like, I'm odds, you're even, and then you put like one.
Maybe it happened so fast.
Okay.
It happened so fast, and they were talking so fast that I just missed all of that. I was like, what just happened? Okay,
but that's what happened.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for telling me.
But it was very fast, and Paola won immediately. She was like, I won. Bye.
Right. I was like, what happened?
So cocky about it. It was like, girl, that didn't take any skill. That was just luck. Don't be so cocky.
I was like, what just happened here? I was so confused. I was like, what do you mean you won? What happened? It was so fast for me. But okay,
I understand them being happy. Like I understand them being happy because they were the leftover team, like they were not picked. So I understand like being happy with like, okay, at least we got the song that we wanted.
We wanted. I get it. So they decided that they got the song, and it was called Bottom.
Yes. Oh no, but before because when they actually decided, like after the odds and evens, it was when we had the shady moment from Desiree, where she was like, I hope you guys kill it on the stage and stay very sharp regarding Melody's strategy, and left.
And they're like, wait,
what? And everybody's like, what do you mean? But which is so funny because I feel like it was very one-sided with the shadiness, because it was like that group just automatically assumes that is what Melody's strategy was. And Melody is like, in her mind, like, No, I just picked the
What?
people who I wanted to work with. What are y'all talking about? And they were like, oh, well, we see what's going on. So I hope y'all like that. I hope y'all okay with that. I was like, okay.
But you see, I enjoy it because I'm like, it's it's serious but not really. Like,
Mhm.
yes, she's
Yeah.
doing like, but it's not. She's not like melodies a bad, like, you know what I mean. She's not.
No, no.
But here's the thing. Even if I don't think Melody was playing strategy, right? I do love that moment of shadiness, though. I live. But even if Melody was playing, doing exactly that, she
Good for
can do
her.
that. It's part
Yeah.
of the game. It's her
Again,
prerogative. Like,
every
she
right
can
to
do
do
whatever she
so.
wants. Like, within the rules, she can do whatever she wants.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
then,
I just say though, like now in hindsight that we've heard the songs, I'm shocked they both wanted the one
yes.
that that Melina and Paula and Desiree and Ruby got. Like, why did they want that song?
Yeah, I would have wanted the other song, honestly, if it was me. But I think they were like, it's so fast, it's so upbeat. The choreography has to match the energy of the song, and it probably would be harder for them who maybe
yeah,
aren't really great dancers to match that energy. So I get it. I understand it. It's like because me personally, I would have wanted the slower song because I ain't got the energy to the whole time. So it's like, yeah, let me get I can just slow it down. I can do. So I
like groove.
understand.
Yeah,
Right. I can groove through a number, but I can't be energized through the whole number because after a while I'm like, whew, baby, I'm tired. So I get it. And maybe they just thought it was easier it's going to be harder for that team because they know Melody is going to be superstar dancer, like performer, and they don't know if everybody's going to be able to match that energy.
yeah. I
But
think it's just that. It's just like the fact that it's more work. It's harder
Mhm.
to create the choreo for that beat. Not that necessarily they like it more or less, but like in the amount of time that we have, we gotta make they gotta make smart choices. So I get it. But I think both songs were good. Like I liked the production on both songs.
Yeah,
Like
me
before they
too.
put their lyrics and everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But one song was going to be called Book Tom, and the other one was Shot. And I was like, hey, shot, 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 shot,
Shot,
shot.
shot, shot, shots.
That's what I was waiting on. I was like, is that the energy we getting? I'll take it. I love that.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
We got names.
yes.
Oh yes.
The Sassy
Do-
Sisters.
okay. The word audacious exists. So like why? Because it's the translation, because it's the name is as afrontosas, which is the audacious, like the audacious girls, whatever, or
Mm-hmm.
like daring or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. I'm like, that's not sassy. Is not anyway.
Well,
Audacious.
World
the
of Wonder, hire me to translate, please and thank you again.
okay. I mean, I got the team names as the Sassy Sisters and the Audacious Ones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so the Sassy Sisters were. That's
Yes,
even
it was
worse.
two different. Yeah.
Okay.
That's even okay because the other one is in Portuguese is raparigas, which is originally a word to describe just young women, like a young woman, period. And then throughout time, it started being used in a pejorative way as the word for whore, basically.
Well,
So it's like they could have done like the whore, like the sluts, the whore, like anything, literally anything else.
yeah, they went sassy. They went sassy
But it was
sisters.
sassy. I mean, sure, I guess.
Sure.
Sure.
But we see them then go have their moment there with Greg to go over their songs and their lyrics. We see the Sassy Sisters go in first. And I honestly, me personally, I enjoyed this moment with Greg. I think Greg is the perfect person to have with them doing this, helping them with their lyrics because Greg actually helps and like, hey, what if we change this? Like, I think we got on other franchises when it was at first it was Michelle and she was like, and not that Michelle was bad. I just liked it when they had other musical artists in there with them and they were like, okay, this might work. And with it, like I think the last one on US version was Orville Peck when he did it with them, and he was like, okay, let's change this lyric. you got too many words here, and oh, let's slow this down a little bit. And I like when other musicians help them with the thing and make it, musical as well as possible. And we know that Greg is really good, a good musician and very musical. So I enjoyed seeing that part. I enjoyed seeing her like, okay, this is good. Oh, I like that. That's a little Nicki Minaj here. This I like this. This is a little this here, and let's take this word out. Let's put this word in. Let's you sing this. You rapping this. Let's sing it. Like I enjoyed that part of it. I think it actually helps and makes these songs sound better instead of you just letting them do whatever they do and it doesn't sound good and you know it don't sound good, but you don't try to correct them to make it sound good. I don't like that. So I enjoyed this part.
Okay, so don't judge me, audience, but I did watch the dubbed version of this. And during this segment where everybody's recording their verses, I can't talk right now. It's wild because they dubbed it, but they did not dub it in any sort of musical way. So I'm literally just hearing them talk out their verses with no sort of, it's just as if they're like
No
reading
rhythm.
a script of no rhythm. I'm just here. So when they're saying this is Nicki Minaj, I'm like, she just said a line. I don't get how that's Nicki Minaj. So I wish that with the dub version they could like have logical breaks of okay, maybe this part we should keep the actual audio because there I could have used it just to understand and put
I
some
just watched the audio. I just watched the regular audio and just read the thing, and I was like, okay. Because I was like, I don't like the dub. I really come to realize I
weird.
don't like the dub. It's so weird to me. So I'm like, I'm just going to have to read along because I can't listen to that voice. Especially, I couldn't even imagine
It's
listening
better
to
for
that
Brazil than
voice.
France. I'll say that.
Oh no, I don't even like France. I've changed it from the dub to France. I'm like, I can't do it. I hate it. I don't like the dub. I don't like it. So when I saw that they had either the version or the regular, I was like, I'm choosing the regular audio and I will read along. I cannot listen to that voice. That oh my gosh. Oh, this is great. Oh, that's like Nicki Minaj. Like it drives me bananas. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. But yeah, in the audio, it actually sounded like she was doing what Nicki Minaj tried to do.
Mhm.
So
Fair. I was getting nervous. I'm like, wait, they're not going to dub over the actual musical performance, are they? That would have been
that's gonna
wild
be bad.
if they were up there performing and it just had like this AI voice talking.
But you didn't even need the dub because Ruby did the job for you, you know? When they were announcing the name of the song, Greg said, oh, so your song is Baton, and Ruby was like, lipstick for defense in the US. And Greg was like, thank you, Queen. Thank you.
I was like, Werk, thank you, Ruby, because we are watching and we don't
So
know.
hilarious.
These queens, they will let the audience know if they speak English. I love it. They're like,
I
hey,
love
by
it.
the way, I speak English very well. We've had two exits in a row where that comes up, so I'm kind of living for that.
They
love
are
it.
letting look. They said this journey is not over here, baby. Because if you want to put me on any versus the world, call me. I'm your girl. Global, you got my number. Like, don't play with me. I speak English, and I love that for them.
They really said, we've been saying come to Brazil for so long that now actually we changed our minds and we are coming to
We'll
you.
come to you.
We'll come to you.
You don't want to come to us? Fine, we will come to you. Period. I love it. I love it. Take over, Brazil. Take over. I live for it.
Oh, we are ready to do so. Trust
Brazilian takeover.
We got ready to do so. If we
Yes.
I will happily welcome it. Just let me enjoy with you. Don't try to kick me out. Don't come in here colonizing.
Oh, no.
Don't kick me out. Just let me
You're invited to the churrasco.
Period. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. Anything else you had, David?
Not from that section. I mean, I had a little bit from the choreo, if we're ready.
Okay. Because one thing that I, first of all, I loved that Greg, like, everything that she put her finger, and it just got better. Like, she's like, less of this, more, love her. Love it. Perfect. And also, like, having fun with the girls and like playing with them and like making them comfortable and like I'm here to help, but we're also like peers, so we'll kiki, but also let's get to work, right?
Right.
I love it. But this hit, I loved when she was explaining what she was doing with the lyrics because she's like, I'm pandering to Greg because I know that Greg likes weed, and her last name is her husband's actual last name, like government last name, and it's Becky, and that word in Portuguese is slang for joint.
Mm.
So her last name is joint, basically. So she was playing on that, and I think that was a very smart choice with playing with your name and also pandering to a judge and doing something that you know they're going to enjoy. Smart. Um, and what's funny is I don't even think she smokes. So like that's work. I know she doesn't drink, but I don't know that far, but like work. But I think it was a really, really smart choice. And it got Greg to talk about how we need to legalize marijuana in Brazil. Please and thank you.
Yep.
We thank you. Please.
Look, yeah, I mean, as somebody who doesn't smoke and has never smoked and never plans on smoking, what's the big deal? Come on,
Literally.
do it all.
Alcohol is right there.
Exactly,
Everywhere.
that's way
So
worse.
it's a lot more dangerous things than weed. So I think, and weed helps in a whole lot more different ways than anything than alcohol. So if we gonna let alcohol be legal, we might as well let weed be legal.
Right.
I mean, there is a reason why it's not legalized, and everyone knows what it is, but nobody wants to talk about it. But anyways,
Because they don't want to help
yeah,
everybody. We don't want to help
um,
everybody. And if it's
no,
legal, then what else are we going to get people for?
right?
Yep.
But I also thought it was very smart of Adora to be like, I can't sing, so I'm gonna put personality in it, and like I'm saying, smart choices. The girls really are ready to like, I'm gonna play to my strengths. Um, and Mercedes
Mhm.
can sing. Like
Yeah.
I was impressed. She was very good.
Mhm.
Um, but then we move on to
Choreo of it all.
the choreo. Yes, because for
Mhm.
the recording, the vocal, they had help from Greg, but for the dance, they had to figure it out for themselves.
Mhm.
And I thought of you, David, when this his said this, and I had to write it down. She said, "This is Freddy Krueger in challenge form," and I'm like, "Well, yes, absolutely."
Exactly. Uh, yeah. Oh, and we didn't talk about it, but earlier in the episode, we saw Melina talking about wanting to do the backflip into the handstand.
Yes.
Mhm.
And so as soon as she brought that up, I'm like, oh, I remember that preview. I
Yep.
remember that preview. This isn't going to end well, girl. Um,
And the fact that it was her idea,
Yeah.
everyone else was like, "This is not a good idea. It's too risky. We shouldn't do it. Let's try something else." And she still decided to do it. We'll get to what happens, but like, let's just keep in mind that this was her
Her
idea,
idea.
that she was advised against by every one of her teammates, and still decided to do it. Anyways, um, anything else from besides Paola being lost? Poor thing. Love her, but she's so sweet. But I mean, damn.
she is. She's the sweetest.
She's
So
sweet.
I love her. Love
Me
her.
too. Yeah, I just mainly noticed in the choreo, I was like, oh, they're going very, very different routes with the choreo because the Audacious Ones, theirs was very dancey, like heavy actual choreography.
Mm-hmm.
And the Sassy Sisters, it seemed like it was more like choreographed poses,
Yes.
but in a really slick way. So I was like, I don't know which one's going to come across better on the stage. I was really torn based on the choreo. I was like, I have no idea who's
Yeah.
going to
Mhm.
come on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking at the rehearsals, it was like for me, I was like, it could go either way because if the audacious ones was so overly choreographed and like you had to be spot on for it to work. And if anybody is out of place, it'll show because now you're out of sync and you're throwing that all off. So it's like either they have to be super on it, like very precise and technical sits just down, or there is going to show the flaws. Or on the other side, it's just so like I said, choreographed posing. It can get boring. It can get like if they're not sharp in their poses, if each pose is in like a bam, boom, if it's not like, or if it's because they're doing more sensual, more flowy type, if they missteps, it can look weird. It can just look like it can be instead of it being the body roll, the wave effect, it can be the oop, 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 so it has to be in a really good, like they have to hit their sweet spot. If anybody is outside of the sweet spot, it makes the whole thing look weird. It makes the whole thing look weird. Just like if anybody is outside of the technical aspect on the other side, it makes everything look weird. So I was like, I don't know which way it goes. And still thinking about their preview, I'm like, where does it fall off the rails here? Is it when that happens? Do they recover from this? Is this at the beginning of this dance, or is it at the end of the dance? Like, what
Like, is it
is
the
it?
end pose? Like,
Yes, what is it? But like, I don't know. So I was like, this is going to be interesting.
But I kind of, because of course we had that preview, right? So I was basing it on that. But also, I think it was Ruby was getting upset because he was giving her opinion, and she was saying that the choreo was feeling like too pop and not like more in the sexy direction. And I'm like, I agree, that makes sense. Like if the song is not buck and like you have to choreograph it for what the song is asking you. Not to showcase your, like, of course you want to showcase yourself in the best way, but it also needs to make sense with the song that you are doing. So finding that balance. But then the other groups seem to, even in rehearsal, like being working so well together and with creating the choreo that I kind of, even disregarding the preview, I was like, okay, they seem to be going in the correct direction, right? After rehearsal.
But
Yes.
then we move on from rehearsal. We go into the workroom the next day, and everybody's starting to get ready. And a question is asked. Now, I'm trying with my heart and soul to remember what question was asked, but all I remember is the answer that followed and the deepness that came with it.
So the question was, I don't remember who asked, but I think it was either Ruby or Melina, asked Paola how it, like, to tell the story of how she ended up moving from Brazil to Italia.
Okay.
Specifically from Rio.
Well, yes, because they thought she was from Rio, but she's from the state right over. So, yes.
So,
But
okay,
yes.
so how she ended up moving. And then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, no, well, now that makes sense to me. Thank you for telling me because now I'm like, okay, I understand where the deepness of the story. Because for me, not hearing the question, it felt so like, I felt so like slapped in the face with this answer. I was like, whoa,
Out of the blue. Yeah.
whoa, well out of the blue, like what happened? But Paula goes into why she moved. And she moved because of a relationship that she thought she found online and was going to move to Europe for this person. And found out once she got there that this person wasn't exactly what they had portrayed themselves to be online, which is something a lot of people have fallen in traps of before. So please, please, please be careful, y'all, who y'all talking to online, and don't pack up and move cross country for anybody. That's dangerous.
Across
But
the
And
world.
one thing my
across the
mother
world, oh, I just
one thing
can't.
my mother taught me, and it rings true to this day, there are exceptions,
Yes,
but usually if it sounds too good to be true,
it usually is.
it probably is.
It
So
usually is. So
yeah.
yeah, but moved across to be with someone, found out they are not who they were, that portrayed themselves to be online, was abusive, was not very
Toxic.
kind, toxic. It was just bad all the way around. And they found themselves in the prostitution ring actually because they were trying to make money and try to support themselves and live all the way across the world from their family and everybody who they know. And they're trying to do this, found themselves in the prostitution. And what caught me and caught me off guard and like broke my heart is hearing that a month before after the month before getting the call on drag to be on Drag Race, to come and be on Drag Race, they were still in that position. They were still in there, and then they were getting abused. They were being raped. They were being assaulted, like used, just used, and didn't know how they would get out of that situation. But
Didn't even see a way
didn't
out.
see a way out. But
Yeah.
Drag Race called and got them out of that situation where they were able to accept the call and just leave and hopefully and never to go back into that place. They left to never. I was so like, oh my God, my
I
heart
sobbed.
broke. I was like, hold on. I'm literally just
In
waking.
knowing that she's so sweet.
Yes.
Like
Like I literally woke up and started watching this like 30 minutes after I woke up and I was like, whoa, this is so heavy to start my day. This is so heavy I'm sobbing like a baby. I'm in the bed like this is so sad. Like, what is happening here? A month? Like literally, we can count back the days to what I was done, flabbergasted, but I'm so happy that they got the call. I'm so happy that she got that call and she was able to leave. And don't ever go back, girl. Don't you don't have to anymore. It doesn't matter what happened in this episode. You don't even have. You have people who love you, who care about you, who want to support you. I don't. Oh, that just broke my heart. I'm sorry, it just broke my heart.
oh,
Oh.
absolutely, fully. And then when she was, because she was telling the story, and then she built, and then she started crying, and then she started opening up more, and when she was going into the like, you don't see a way out, and you start to feel worthless, and that you start to believe like like you start to believe that you have nothing else to give, like that there's nothing that's gonna get you out of that, and that your life is not never gonna be worth anything,
Oof.
and it's so sad. Like it's, but I'm really happy that she even while doing that, we know that she had a good enough support system with her drag family, and like she was not, of course she had to do what she had to do to survive, right? But
Mhm.
she didn't have to go through all of those things alone, like isolated from friends or anything like that. Actually don't know how open she was with her friends. Actually she was doing, I don't know, but at least she wasn't alone. She had people around her, even if they knew or didn't know. um but what I really loved also was when Ruby and Melina were like, and all of the girls eventually went to hug her. Ruby said, and I quote, "And prostitution doesn't take away anyone's dignity.
No.
Period. End of story. You did what you needed to do. You don't need to necessarily be proud of it if you don't want to. If you are, good for you. But you don't have to be proud of it. But you also don't have to be ashamed of it. And it doesn't take anything away from you, like from seeing from outside. You still are just as, your worth is just as much as it was before. Period."
Yeah, it's pretty complicated coming from a background like mine where you're raised really religious and you're taught this kind of work is the worst kind of work somebody could do. People who do this are bad people, et cetera, et cetera. And then as you enter adulthood and meet other people in other worldviews, you learn sex work is valid work. That's
Hmm.
nothing to be ashamed of. But there's just this complicated angle where a lot of people do sex work because it's their choice. They want to have that sovereignty over their body. They want to have autonomy, and they do it because they enjoy doing it
Hmm.
and because it's lucrative for them.
Because they want to,
Right.
Exactly.
right?
But
Yeah.
then you have other people
Yep.
who do it because they're in a place
Have
of
to.
desperation
They have to.
and the options are limited. And this is something easy that can help them survive. And survival is important. There's a hierarchy of needs. And if this is going to meet your most basic needs, then you kind of have to go with it. But that doesn't mean that it's going to be safe,
Right.
and you might be putting yourself in extremely dangerous situations, which it
Yes.
sounds like Paula has done it. So for me, I'm like, oh, this is so complicated because I hear this and I'm like, wow, sex work can be so dangerous and so bad, but then it can also be so fulfilling for other people. And it really just goes to show that if you feel comfortable and if you feel good about the situation you're in, then yes, keep doing it. But if it does not feel safe, which clearly it wasn't safe for her, there needs to be something. There needs to be resources. You need to have community that
Options.
can help you.
Yeah.
So I just like, I was like, if I knew that any of my friends were going through this, I would do whatever I could to
Mhm.
help them out of it. So I hope I hope that even the time that she came back from Drag Race, because she wasn't there super long, unfortunately, um, I hope she had a support system that could help her break out of that for good, because we know that's not the right situation for her. She deserves better for herself. And by better, I mean she deserves to be in a position she wants to be in. And sorry, I'm sounding like I'm on a soapbox, but my heart really went out to her.
Mhm.
And I just have a lot of empathy for her, and I want to know that she's okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that should be the message for everyone going forward. We just want to make sure everybody's okay. And the empathy for people, because it's not no judgment. You do what you need to do for you and what you feel like you want to do for yourself and your life. But if that's not what you want to do and you want to get out of it, we want to, we have that empathy to be like, yeah, I want that for you. I want you to do what's good for you. So,
Everyone deserves the option to
yes,
choose.
yes,
I think that's the main point. Like, whatever it
absolutely.
is, if I agree, if I don't, like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
If
matter.
it's your choice and if it's because you want to be doing whatever it is and it's not out of necessity, baby,
Absolutely. Do you,
do you.
boo? Do you, boo?
Do you.
But
Even if, like, some people do stuff because they like actually the feeling of danger. So, like,
yeah,
if that's you, I mean,
if
you know
that's what
what
you
you're putting
like, that's what
yourself
you
into,
like.
you know what's going on. So, like, more power to you.
Who are
But
we to tell you to do
yeah,
anything else? But yeah,
absolutely.
they
But
and some
love Paola. Let's
love
leave it at
power.
that.
Like
Love
I
her.
did.
Love her.
that's the whole thing. We
Yeah.
love her so. Miss Van Cartier, we love you. Like love you.
I got very
But
nervous. I don't know about you all. I was like,
yeah, I'm
I
kind of
hope this isn't one of those times where they're giving us this because they're about to go.
Foreshadowing.
yeah, it was. I was like, I feel very foreshadowed. I do. I feel. I watched. Was like, this just doesn't feel good. But okay, you make me
It's
feel.
very
You make me
good.
feel all these feels. You make me pour what my heart ripped out of my chest for this person. You want me. You make me feel like I want to do everything in my power to do anything I can for this person, only to do what you do, and
Mhm.
I'm annoyed. But we move because they go right to the runway after we get the group hug. I'm like, love that for them. We get the
Love it.
group hug, and it's uh, it's time to go to the runway because it's time for some girl group challenges, y'all. So
Yeah.
we just do that. The group challenge starts us off. We love that. Um, and so this is Team Sassy Sisters,
Mhm.
and their song is Bottom. What do we think about the Sassy Sisters? I'll start with you, River.
Okay, so I'll start. I'll do with the order that they presented. So I think Paola, she looked beautiful. First of all, I love this outfit and everything she's wearing. Uh, I think she started good with the lip sync, but then she clearly missed like I saw at least one sentence that she missed in the lip sync, uh, in her verse, and in the group she did fine, but I think she didn't stand out in any way. She kind of faded, um, and she was okay, but it was compared to everyone else, it was lacking in energy for me. Um, and she messed up a little bit more than, well, not necessarily more than the other girls, but the other times that she didn't mess up didn't compensate for when she did.
Mm-hmm.
So I had her at number 3 for this group.
Okay.
I'll do my overall rankings after we talk about everything. Then we move on to Desiree. I think she had good lyrics, like I mentioned before. I really enjoy it. I think she put a lot of personality into her performance, and she was very expressive, kind of campy in the way that she performs, which I really enjoy. Um, and she has very strong stage presence, so I think she did very well. Um, besides the moment that we're going to
Mm-hmm.
talk about, besides the handstand that went wrong. But I still think that even in that, I think she did a good enough save of that moment, and kept it going, and didn't let that throw her off so much, and was able to finish the performance just naturally.
But some people would
Um,
say that's a bad thing that she kept going.
oh, we'll get into it. But for this group, she was my favorite. She was number 1, the best in this group for me. Not by much. The second person I think I also think did very well, but she was my favorite. Uh, and then we get to Melina, right? Um, she looked beautiful, sounded good. Everything was working until the literal flop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Literally, she flopped. Um, and I will say, what I saw was you going like this and not keeping your legs up, and bending your legs towards his neck, and your thick heel of your boot literally hit her in her neck when she was trying to hold you. So yeah, I kind of understand why she had a hard time holding your leg when you had your feet on her literal neck. Like, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry, actually. But you decided to do a stunt, and you decided to trust in someone else for that to go right. You kicked them in the neck, and you're mad that they didn't hold you, and you're mad that when you fell, the world didn't stop for you, and they kept going. Because here's the thing, I understand if she fell and hurt herself, right? And clearly, like visibly, everyone could see that she hurt herself, and then they kept going. That I understand being mad at that, but also, it's you can't stop. They can't do, like, I don't know necessarily how TV works, but unless a producer tells you to stop, or someone else, or like whatever, or medics say, like, see that she needs help and they stop it, like, I don't understand expecting other people to stop their performance because you fell. I never saw anyone ever say that in any type of group. I don't know. If she had like said out loud, like, hey, stop, I'm hurt, let's, like, if she had said something and then they kept going, again, that I would understand. But just expecting your whole group to not finish the choreo because you fell, and then you're mad, I don't get it. But she was the worst, number 4 for me in this challenge, in this group. And then we had Ruby. I really loved her direction. She decided to go with Brega Funky, which I love. But I think her choice of going with the glasses makes sense with what she was doing, because that's the fashion that goes with that genre of music. But because she had the glasses, it was really it made it harder to connect to her lip sync and what she was doing. Um, but I still think her physical performance overall was good. Uh, So she was number 2 for me in this group.
Okay. Well, you have very similar thoughts to me. I will go ahead and say you have the exact same ranking I do within the group. So I'm going to go ahead and give my overall rankings for them just to do something a little different. But yes, Paula, she actually, what I did is I watched this, I watched both performances, rewound them, watched it again, before I got any of the judges' thoughts, and I wrote down my rankings before knowing any of the judges' thoughts, just because I don't want to be influenced by them. But the first time I watched this performance, Paula kept actually taking my attention. I think it's the way she was dressed is a little bit different than the others. It's darker. Well, it has more contrast too with the light green and the black. So she kept drawing my eye, and she was doing things for the most part that I thought were very good. The problem is that the things that went wrong kind of went wrong pretty extremely. Like there were some missed words. I didn't notice the one at the beginning, but I did notice that she kind of got tangled up in her wig at one point. She had like her hair all over her face, and you could tell that she was not supposed to be completely covered. And of course, the leg on, I think it was on Ruby at the end, where she kind of stumbled. And that sucks because obviously, like, what can you do in that moment? But yeah, unfortunately, I did have her number 8 overall. Desiree, I thought Desiree was really good. I actually have no issues with anything Desiree did in this performance. I thought she was the most animated with her lip sync. I thought she showed a lot of stage presence and command. She was by far the standout for me. I think she was right up there with most of the people in the other group. But there was just something about that other group overall where I did have them as my top 5. So with that said, I have her number 6 overall, but it's a really close 6. And then Melina, I do want to give her credit for being ambitious. Maybe she was too ambitious with what she wanted to do. But yeah, my biggest issue was not that she fell, because mistakes happen, but it was the time it took for her to move on. Show must go on. It seemed like she laid there for a little bit. She slowly got up, and then she stood and just looked around. And that had to have been a very long, at least 5 seconds.
Literally standing like this.
Yeah.
Like,
and it really felt, and I know this is going to sound harsh, so I'm sorry. Melina, if you're watching, I'm so sorry. But it reminded me of like when a child trips and you know it's not that bad, but they want to make a scene. So they start bawling their eyes out. It felt like the adult version of that. Like, oh, I fell. I'm fine. But why is nobody making a big deal? Like, girl, move on. Like, we're adults, we're professionals. You have to keep moving. And for her to criticize Desiree for keeping up the choreography, I'm like, what? That's her job. That's her job as a drag artist.
And saying it like she was a bad person for doing
Right.
so? No.
Yeah. And I do wonder, did they film this just once or did they film this twice? I get it. If they did film it twice, it makes sense that you would show this version. But I'm just curious if they did it at a time where it was successful or not. But
In rehearsals, yes.
okay.
Right? Because they talk about it in Untucked. We'll get to that. But I know that they did, because Melina said
3 times.
They got it right 3 times in rehearsals, and then when it was there, but like,
right.
It happens.
Yeah.
But to act like it was on purpose, like, be for real.
Mm-hmm. So lastly, we have Ruby. I freaking love Ruby. She's by far one of my favorites. She's probably my favorite personality in this cast. I was surprised by how complimentary the judges were of her, because for me, this challenge had 6 people who did really well, 2 people who didn't do well, and then Ruby was just kind of that other person for me. Like, she was fine for me. I wish I loved what she did. I think maybe it's me not understanding this style, or if not, I'm not exposed to this style. Plus, when she had her glasses on, at first I was like, "Does she not have makeup on?" She painted very light with her makeup, so I thought she was out there with no makeup and a pink wig until she took off the glasses. She didn't do bad by any means, but I know she could have done something better. I don't know, but then again, everybody else seemed to like it. So what do I know?
I okay, so I agree with pretty much everything y'all said, so I don't really need to feel the need to repeat that. I will say Melina stopping the performance was the turn for the worst of the rest of the performance. Like they never recovered from it once because she never recovered from it. And as much as everybody tried to continue to move on, and it just the damper was already there. She brought the energy all the way down. Like she, even when she called herself getting back into the game and going back and doing, it was so lackluster that it brought the rest of the performance down. So um, the the rankings for this is just like mm, 9876, then five, like you know what I'm
You
saying, but
said bottom.
bottom and top. Like it's
All
literally
bottoms.
it's literally that. I mean, Desiree was the the top of the worst, and then for me it was Ruby, and then it was um
Paula?
Paula, and then Melina. So
So we all have the same ranking for
it's
this one.
pretty much that. Like that really was the way it was, and I don't really have to repeat anything because y'all said everything. So we move.
I would just add one last thing, like not being a good team player. Come on.
I
Anyway,
mean, you, even if it happened, it
like you do bad, so you want everyone else to do bad too because
you
you
can
deserve
get it
like
right 50 times in rehearsal, but that 51st time that the cameras are rolling, you mess up, then it happens. It happens. Even Steph Curry misses a 3-pointer every now and again. Even uh
The sports
Tony,
thing.
even Tony Hawk doesn't uh do every skateboarding trick properly every single time. Like
MJ
even
would get it wrong in rehearsal.
I'm
I
about to
mean,
say Michael Jackson will get it
Okay.
wrong in rehearsal, and then
That's a better
even sometime
reference.
on
there we
stage,
go. Thank you. Yes.
even sometimes on stage, Beyonce falls down steps. Like it does. Her whole car, the mechanic stopped working and on tour. She almost fell out out the sky. It happens. Things don't always go right, but you can't stop the show. You can't make it look like it's everybody else's fault. You have to go on and do what you got to do. That's what called being a professional is. But we move
Absolutely.
because let's talk about the top, the best, one of the better girl group performances I've seen in a minute. Like this was absolutely extraordinary. These girls here said we are going to be the girl group that we say we are. We are Destiny's Child. We are uh
The Pussycat Dolls.
the Pussycat Dolls. We are we are that girls. Any girl group you think of, we are that. They came out
They
the
said
gate.
Brazilian Spice Girls.
Period. We are
Danity
these Spice
Kane.
Girls. Danity Kane. We're the Spice Girls. We're Dream. We're 3LW. We are TLC.
Dream.
We are.
Oh,
Baby, I love me some Dream. I
I
don't care
love
if they only
Dream.
had one
He
song. I
loves
love
you.
Dream.
He loves you not.
I love Dream, but they were just that one song. But they were TLC. They was everything. Like they were the Supremes, baby. They were everything that every girl group we said we love. They were that. They were extraordinary, and they came out the gate swinging. Like all of them were good. I'm trying to think about ranking and who I will put. They were all so dang good. Like precision on point. Vocals great. They this finishing pose says it all. They look, you think that's a good finishing pose? That's how good they were the entire time. It was so good to me. It was so good to me. But if I was going to rank really quickly, for me personally, Melody was on top. She was my number one for me. I liked Poseidon. I think Poseidon was good. I thought she was very funny, campy, with the faces and all that, and I liked her verse. But I don't know. I don't know if she was two for me. I'm kind of feeling I liked Adora's a little bit better. That's just me. That's just me.
Mm.
I feel like I liked
It's not
Adora a
just
little bit
you.
better.
It's not just you.
It's just me. I feel like I liked hers a little bit better. But Adora will be my number two. Poseidon will be my number three. I would put probably Belky at my number four. And then Mercedes at my number. Let's switch it. Mercedes at my number four. Belky at my number five.
Okay. I think we have the same ranking, Lana. I think so. But okay, yes. They said, hold my caipirinha, let me show you how it's done, period. And destroyed this day. Like it was so good. I will say, I will not be biased like Drag Queen was being. They were very good. But to say that it was, baby, Philippines is right there. I mean, no shade. All due respect, love my queens, love my Brazilian queens, will ride for them till I die. But this was for sure top 10. For sure, top 10. Every franchise that I've seen, which is not everyone. But definitely top 10 girl group performances. That's for sure. But yes, I'll do my rankings first. It was Melody number 1, Adora number 2, Mercedes I had at number 3, Poseidon number 4, and Belky at number 5. But from 3 to 5, very, very close by a hair. I think Adora sounded very good, had great lyrics, performance was great. The dip was not the cleanest, but it was still good. Still good. And she had standout moments in the outside of her verse, like when they were in the group, she did stand out in various moments for me. I think Poseidon had a good verse and solo performance. She was very funny, but in the group, she only stood out for me in one moment, and that was during Belky's solo, where she had a face where Belky said her name, but she kind of faded for me in the group, and that's the only reason why I had her at number 4, because she did great. Then Melody, 8. I mean, the lyrics, the look, the performance, the charisma, everything. I love it. I live. Mother. Belky, I think, still did good. She was my least favorite from this group because I didn't really she didn't have my favorite lyrics. I don't think it was bad, but I didn't really think it was good either. And what I really didn't like is the way that the lyrics flow when she was singing them. I didn't think, like the performance was good, but the lyrics didn't sound, I don't know. I had a problem with her verse. But the physical performance was really good. But because everyone was so close, I'm like, I have to put you on number 5 just because of this. But then Mercedes, I had her at number 3 because I thought she was so charismatic. She was funny. She was in with her energy at the same place the whole time. Like she never let her energy drop when she was in the group. She had standout moments. She had a good solo and also standout moments in the group. And she sounded so good. Like her voice was so good. So yeah, I would have had Mercedes in the top this week.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that we're not going to agree on everything because I do have a little bit different rankings than you all. So first of all, my rankings, I will tell you all, are basically 1A, 1B, 1C, and 1D. Oh, but the first person, Adora, I thought she started off so strong. I loved everything she did in her solo. She immediately, I'm like, wait, am I watching Georges? Am I watching Marina? Like she gave me that energy right off the bat. The problem for me though is, unlike you, she didn't really have a lot of standout moments for me beyond her first part. She was probably the person that faded the most from this group. I still thought she did well when I was forcing myself to watch her, but I wanted to see her like seize my attention a bit more and demand it. And this is coming from somebody who Adora is my favorite, but I just wanted a little bit more during the group parts from her. So I had her number 4 overall. Poseidon was next. I loved the way that she took this with the faces. Like she definitely has her own lane, like with how she performs and how she delivers. And she does all these like crazy expressions, and they just had me laughing the whole time. I thought she was great. She was my number 2 overall. Then Melody Queen, she did what I thought she would do and more. She dominated. She grabbed my attention nonstop. In her solo, it ate. It ate so hard. She was my
She
number
kind of was. She kind of was Nicole Scherzinger.
She kind of
Loki.
was.
Like,
She kind of was.
I mean,
She was Nicole Scherzinger if she had Pussycat Dolls that were fighting for attention a bit more, you know?
that kept her on her feet and like just
Yes.
paying it and like don't
Mhm.
slip too much.
Yep. The next person, Belky. I will say Belky might have been the person who kept drawing my eye the most out of this group. I kept going to her, and I think it's because she was hitting her choreography so hard compared to some of the other people. She was going so hard, but it was kind of a double-edged sword for me, because at the same time when she was doing it, I could almost feel her thinking about it. Like it felt so deliberate that I didn't feel like it was just as smoothly natural as some of the other queens. I still really liked a lot of what she did. She was number 3 for me overall, so I liked her. And then Mercedes, she was just number 5 by default. It's because I think she probably didn't have like a specific memorable moment compared to a lot of the others, but I was thoroughly impressed with her. I thought she was so funny. She made sure to keep her own style, her own humorous theatrics, and bring it to this performance, and it didn't feel awkward. I just wanted her to have more standout moments, I guess. So yeah, these rankings were all very close for me, but great group.
Indeed. So David, would you say Melody
8-1 down. Let that sink in.
Mhm. I would.
Not just everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. So just quickly running by my because I did by group, but it was 1 Melody, 2 Adora, 3 Mercedes, 4 Poseidon, 5 Belky, 6 Desiree, 7 Ruby, 8 Paola, and 9 Melina for me. Just
Work. But so then we go into the runway, but we're not going to talk about that, because if you want to hear our thoughts, you have to go check us out on Look Over Here, where River and I are going to give you our intense, in-depth, full thoughts about the looks. But David, you aren't going to be there, so I would like to hear your very brief top looks and quickly pick you.
Okay, so
Or did you want to see the looks?
I might need a refresher. I'm sorry, I might need a refresher.
Not that.
Can I just say before you go ahead, I my thoughts on the looks fully. Look over here, go check it out.
Mhm.
But I just want to say that I really loved this runway theme. The way
Yes.
that it was done, like instead of doing out of 1,001 specific person, I love that they just did
It's many
iconic
voices.
voices. Choose an artist that speaks to you and do that. I live. And I thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Well, then let's give you your quick thoughts, David.
Okay. Yeah, just go to the last 3 because those were my
Oh,
standouts.
wait. One thing. Just one thing. Because we didn't talk. I just want to say, because just quickly mention the guest judge, Bielo Pereira. She is a host, influencer, non-binary person in the fashion world. I didn't know of her, but I just wanted to mention that was our guest judge for the
Love
week.
them.
Looking beautiful. Yes.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay, which one do you want? The last one?
Start with Melina.
It's just this. I got it, River. We all trying to
Okay.
do it at the same time.
Okay, the next one. Yeah.
There
There we go.
Yeah, so let's stop here.
Melina
Let's
was
stop.
my favorite. I love this. So good. Nailed it.
Mhm.
But I really like Paula too. I think this was one of the looks we had for the Instagram video or something kind of similar, but I thought this was beautiful.
Oh.
And then Ruby, so good, so good. This is how you do Carmen Miranda. For me, my top three were the last three, and I also thought Desiree was good. So I don't know where they were coming from.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
There's my very brief thoughts.
Okay, I appreciate your very brief thoughts. So we do get some results on
Mhm.
and we find out to no one's surprise that the Audacious Ones win the challenge because
It's
deserved.
Because we all
Sassy
watched the
girls.
same thing.
Huh?
Sassy girls.
No, they're not the Sassy Girls. They're the Audacious
No,
Ones.
they're the audacious ones.
Audacious Ones.
You're right. You're right.
I know I'm right. I'm always right. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm never always right. But yes, they are the winners. Is the Audacious Ones because no one's surprise ever if they lost. we'd be like,
Unanimously. Like,
riot. It would be a riot in the streets of Brazil, and I would fly down just to join in the riot because what? Hello, that'd be crazy. But they win with our top, but then they all win. But of course, they have to have a winner from the group.
they are the
because
winning group.
They're
of
the
the
winning
night,
group
but
of the night.
inside of that, yes.
Right. There are winners inside of the group of five. And so they
The creme de la
first,
creme.
of course. And so they first decide to show, they gave out Poseidon.
Yes.
Congratulations, you are the winner. And she's like, yes, because it started from the bottom. Now you here. I love that whole
The redemption arc.
I love the redemption arc. I love to see someone starting from the bottom and getting to the bottom, and then they're at the top now and they win. Now, do I think they won? Me personally, no. But I don't mind that they won because I think they did great.
I was kind of shocked.
Me too.
And I had her my number two, but I was like, wait a second. What are we doing to Melody? What are
Right.
Melody?
I was like, they're not gonna play in her face again. They're not going. They can't.
I
They
was like,
no. They better.
I literally got mad at that instant. I was like, hello? What do you mean she won? Like she's the winner. Like out of it, hello? And I was like, okay, I'm about to
I
get
mean-
pissed off. But see, my thing, I was like, she's good. She was good.
She killed it.
She was good. She killed it.
She was good.
But if we're talking about who did the best, it was not her. It was Melody. And so I'm like, you mean to tell me y'all finna play in my girl face? I'm about to for
And
real
her
go
face
off,
too. Her face.
baby. But then Greg said, like, I was literally packing my bags as we speak. I was like, I'm getting my
Getting your
suitcase
pocketbook.
now.
You're done.
Like,
You
well,
had
suitcase.
it.
No, I'm getting my suitcase now for to fold my clothes. I'm on
Get
my
the
way to
U-Haul.
Brazil. Get it.
I'm
on
moving.
my way. I'm on my way to Brazil. I don't know how
Going
to
to
get this
Italy.
on my way. I was driving. I was ready to go. And then Greg said, Melody Queen, congratulations, you are the winner too. And I was like, oh, okay, I can put my bag up. Put my bag
I
up.
was
Okay,
like,
cool.
no. I mean, I was like, okay, Melody's look was not good, but it wasn't bad enough to keep her out of the win. Like, no, please.
Oh, I didn't get to talk about her. I loved it when she took off the thing.
Oh, well, I had mixed feelings on that, but if you want to know my full thoughts on Melody's review,
If you
go
want
over
to,
here.
if you want to see River's brain work in real time,
real
check out, look over here because yeah, in real time.
You want to get a little peek inside of
It's-
this?
It's a peak. It worked. I was very privy to witness it
You saw
working.
the engines going.
I saw it twerking and twirling in real time. It was a time had by all of us. So check that out. But yeah, Poseidon and Melody Queen both win. I'm very happy for the both of them.
My top
I
two.
was
So
I was very happy for Melody because I was about to get real mad and I was about to go fight somebody. I don't know who I was going to fight, but I was going to fight somebody. But they saved themselves from these knuckle sandwiches. I was about to feed them because I was about to get at them. But they won, and I was like, yay, yay.
yeah, and it makes a cool story
Congratulations.
considering they were both in the bottom three. Yeah, I'm sorry,
Yes,
Melody. I'm sorry, but
yes.
both of you were in the bottom three last week.
She
So it
was
just
low, low.
Low.
she was low, but maybe if Chanel was there, she would have got a win too. Who knows?
Maybe,
Oh, could you
maybe.
imagine if it
Oh,
was a double win, Melody and Chanel?
oh.
Oh,
I would have
I
loved
could see
that.
it, and honestly, that's probably what was gonna happen if Chanel had it. Anyway,
But
love Chanel, miss
anyway,
you.
we miss you, girl. We're gonna continue to talk about you because we miss you, girl. Um, but yeah, so they are the winners. Congratulations to them. But when there's winners, there's also losers. And our bottom two this week, obviously, was Melina Blay and Paolo Hoffman Ben Cartier.
Well, but actually, because they
they're
had,
bottom. Yeah.
They
yeah,
were the bottom
we
two.
had, yes, but
Yes, we
before
did have a
they,
three. Whatever. I'm
no,
sorry. I keep cutting you off.
we had, because they announced that the whole group was
Yeah,
in
the
the
bottom.
bottom, right?
Right, right.
And then they gave like all of the
Oh yeah,
critiques
we
to
didn't know
everyone,
either.
The
and then they
question,
just said,
the
but that's okay.
question,
Yeah, the
the
question.
question of who
Yes.
do you think who should be out? Like who should go home
No,
right
they said
now?
who should be in the bottom.
Who should be?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like,
not
why
who should
wouldn't
go
we
home.
name two people? I was fully expecting them each to name two people.
They could,
They could have. I
right?
would have.
But
I would have.
before they even got that, when Greg was giving feedback and she first got to Paula and she said, let's talk about the colonizing queen herself. I lost it. I was not ready for her. Not, not Paula's now a colonizer.
Well, I was like, oh
I mean,
no.
it's all in fun, but
Of
yeah, that
course,
was gaggy. That
that
was
was gaggy.
shady.
I was
It
like,
was
oh,
Greggy.
Yeah.
it
No.
was it
Yes.
was draggy indeed. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That's not something I want to be called, even. But yeah, the critiques I
Um.
thought were fair. I'll be honest. I was like,
Yeah.
the critiques were pretty fair against for everyone. But I was, yeah. Go ahead, David.
Sorry, the other thing that stood out to me was when Desiree was getting her critiques, and they're like, we just need you to do something about your makeup. You've got
Mhm.
Melina standing right next to you. She's your friend, right? She's like, yes.
They know what they're doing. They know.
And this was before everything else went down.
I
But in
mean,
hindsight, I'm like, wait, are they friends?
you
Are they
did just kick her in the neck. I don't know how friendly I'm gonna be with somebody who
your
didn't kick me in
friend,
the
right?
neck. This is like, I was like, oh, but
Well,
well,
but
but
then so
they
we
do
had
ask a question, and everybody goes. This is the crazy part to me. I'm sorry. They go and they
okay.
start asking a question about who they should be in the bottom, and one of the three picked Desiree, and Desiree is like,
Paola didn't say this.
no, Paula
Paola
did
said
not say
Melina.
Melina,
Yeah.
but Ruby says Desiree, Melina says Desiree, and then Paula and Desiree say
Say
Melina.
Melina. Yes.
And so I'm like, oh, so we see what this is. Okay, we got our duos, which is fine. You got your friends, and your friends will have
Right.
your back, your friends have your back, and that's what it is. But Desiree did not like it. She was a little
She was just.
annoyed.
I think she was annoyed at the reasoning, though.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, you want to say my name, whatever, right? But for them to say that they were saying her name because of the judges, based on the judges' critiques, when she was praised for her performance by the judges, and they just didn't like, they didn't think her
They
look
didn't
was
hate the
bad, but
line.
they
No.
critiqued a little bit, they critiqued her look a little bit. But if you're basing your answer in the judge's critiques, you shouldn't be saying her.
Yeah.
So, and I think she was upset actually, really, when Melina said as her reasoning that she decided to trust the wrong person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Girl,
It felt a little ugh.
very pointed.
Yeah, it was ugh. Well, and they let each other have it in the Untucked and I was ready for it and I was here for it. Let's jump into that because they let each other have it. Melina was not happy. Desiree was not happy, and they were not going to hold back their feelings about how they were not happy. They walked into that workroom quiet as a church mouse. I was like, whoa, they are pissed. They are mad. They grabbed their drinks. Was like, okay. And everybody else was like, what happened? They were like,
hi. How
y'all doing?
I have a best supporting actress.
Belky?
Belky.
Belky and the drink? Yes. That was me. The whole time I was like, ooh, this is good.
She was giving her best Brooklyn Heights.
Baby.
Yeah, with the hiding between the best. Yes.
That would have been me. But going to the Untucked.
Right. Because we had all of the winners, Safe Queens celebrating. They came in, can cut the tension with a knife, literally. Not even a knife, baby. Just
you need a chainsaw.
girl. And then Melina was immediately crying on the couch, which hey, I get it. You're in your feelings, let it out, do whatever you need, right? But then the queens asked, okay, let us know, what did they say, whatever. And then he was explaining, she was telling them about the question that Greg asked on stage, and everyone was gagged that the question was asked this early, gag. And then they started with, getting into the issue of the fall, right? And Melina was saying, telling the story and speaking on it in a way that was implying that Desiree let her fall on purpose, right? And as much as I understand, and I also would be upset if I had fallen in my performance, right? That's a reason to be upset, period. But to go ahead and then imply that the person you decided to trust, you asked her to do that. And she reluctantly said yes, even though she told you that she wasn't comfortable doing it. Everyone else told you that it wasn't a good idea, and you decided to do it anyways. And then you hit her. I'm not going to say that Melina did that on purpose either. I don't think she hit Desiree in the neck on purpose. But it happened. And so to try and imply that someone would let you fall on purpose is shady. Mm-hmm. And then Desiree was she was saying I would never let someone fall on purpose. And then Melina started laughing as in that's absurd. It's just a girl, feel however you want to feel. But to try and blame someone else, that's where I kind of I draw the line at that. What do you think, David?
Yeah, I wish I had a different perspective to offer because I hate when everybody just agrees on everything, but Melina did not look good in this at all to me. I was like, girl, I get that it's maybe in our human nature to when we're in these pressure situations, and especially when there's so much on the line and you messed up, to try to pass the blame as much as you can. But there has to be this ounce of logic that has to come into play where you replay the situation. And hopefully she has since then. Hopefully she's watched it back and come to the conclusion. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. That obviously was an accident. I obviously bit off more than I could chew. But and I know that you've told me that everybody, they're all cool with each other.
They are not all necessarily close friends, right, in the cast, but they all have their friends and everything, but they are all good, right? Everyone
that makes me feel better.
Yeah. After the season, right? After everything, today, everyone is at least respectful coworkers.
Until they rewatch it and it reignites
Well, we'll see. Hope not. I hope not. But I kind of, they kind of left it in kind of like, okay, let's agree to disagree. Let's all mind our own respective businesses, and let's agree to not be friends, but also not come at each other. Like, let's just focus. Like, you focus on you, I focus on me. We don't need to be friends, but we don't need to be enemies. That's fine, right? But before we move on to, because we already have the results, but I wanted to bring up a little bit, unless you have anything else to discuss from Untucked, because during the judges' deliberations, usually there's nothing really to talk about in that moment, but they were discussing the everything, right? Like, Dudu was saying that, he was like, was it strategy for the girls to say Melina and Desiree because they have been doing well? Or like, what's going on? Is it whatever, whatever? Because they're like standing out. So I think it can be. We don't know, right? But I think that makes sense to consider that. But I wrote the whole quote and I will read it word by word because Bruna did not mince words, and she read and clocked Melina down. Because literally, I agree with everything that she said, was exactly what I was thinking. And I was like, Bruna, we thank you for your service. Because she said, and I quote, about Melina, I think she did that. I think she did that thing where I attacked because I'm feeling attacked. And I don't want to acknowledge my mistake because I don't see it as a mistake. So I'll find someone else to blame and shift responsibility because it's easier to play victim than to admit that I messed up. Period. Yeah. Exclamation point.
I mean, that is exactly what happened. That clearly is what happened. And Melina was in her feelings. And like sometimes when we in our feelings, we don't see our fault in those in whatever happened. We don't see it. Hopefully, like you said, they walked away from it. She watched it back, or she thought about it. She let it process, and she realized, hey, this was on me too. This was on me. I
We
didn't
both
go in.
have,
We both
yeah.
have our. I didn't go into the handstand correctly. You didn't catch me correctly. We both missed the mark, and it's okay. And it's okay. Nobody was trying to sabotage anybody. Desiree was not out to get you and make you fall on purpose on national television to embarrass you. It just happened. And so hopefully they got to that point. But yeah, I think Bruno was absolutely on point with that statement because that is exactly what happened. But
And I just want to end that with saying that this is a television show, so like I have opinions on it, of course, and strong opinions, but also this doesn't mean that Melina is a bad person. She had a
absolutely
bad
not.
moment. This was a bad moment, absolutely.
Hmm.
I think she was wrong, but she's not a bad person because of this. I don't believe that she has bad intentions with implying that Desiree did it on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think she did that with the intention of hurting Desiree and
Hmm.
like her reputation and
Absolutely.
everything. She was just in her feelings and didn't deal with it in the best way and took it out
Absolutely.
on other people. I just hope that she learns from this and doesn't do it again, but she is still a lovely queen, a lovely person, as far as we
Absolutely.
know. So
Absolutely.
let's enjoy the
But
drama because it was good.
absolutely. But as you see, we had on screen forever. The bottom two was Melina and Paula. And
Mhm.
that they were there. They did a lip sync to in the beginning from RuPaul. And I was like, not one of these iconic voices that we did a runway about, but okay. Sure. Sure.
Literally, like this could have been chosen for any other week. Any other week.
Yeah.
Literally.
But
Like,
okay.
we have so many good songs with strong female vocals that could have been used for this. It just feels like a wasted opportunity. It made me really, honestly, this to me was the thing from this episode that bothered me the most.
Mm,
What I liked the least about this episode was the song choice for the lip sync. What the fuck?
yeah. All right. It could have been anything else, but it's
Literally.
it's fine. They did what they did. But um, what do you think about the lip sync river? between Melina and and
And I thought it was
Paula.
fine. I thought it
Hmm.
was fine. Um, Paola knew the words, so I
She
was,
didn't know the
you know,
words.
she okay. So here's what I think. I think they both did just a bare minimum fine. But I think they each had strong and weaker points. I think Paola had a stronger actual lip syncing of the word, like all of that. Um, and she was polished and clean in her performance, but she didn't give much energy or stage presence. Melina had not that tight of a lip sync. It wasn't bad, but you could tell there were a few things here and there that she, watermelon didn't know. Like, yes, but she had more energy. She had a better physical performance, but it was also messy. So I'm like, do I prefer someone that was a little boring but clean and polished and had a good lip sync, or someone that gave me more energy but wasn't as tight in the technical things? So I was
Hmm.
like, honestly, to me, could have gone either way.
Okay. That was the thing.
Yeah, I agree. This is not the most exciting song choice, first of all. Um, I did think there was a pretty clear winner, personally. Um, I do think with Paula, considering she got the critique for her lip sync, like that's one of the bigger parts of her critique. I think she kind of was overcompensating with the lip sync on this one. Like it was extremely exaggerated, like the biggest mouth movements possible. And I don't personally love it when queens do that. Like I get why she might have felt like, oh, I need to do this. If they think that my lip sync was off, I got to show them. But it just makes me lose the illusion because that's not how people sing. So I want your lip sync to kind of match how people sing. Um, and Melina, she was good. She wasn't groundbreaking by any means, but I did get more energy from her. I thought her lip sync seemed a little bit more realistic how she was presenting it. So unfortunately, like I was rooting for my baby Paula to survive, but for me, I thought it was definitely Melina's.
Yeah, I think Paula, she was trying to show that she knew the words. She was like, I do know how to lip sync. I do know these words. And she just wanted to make sure they were looking at her mouth. And she did the over exaggeration with her mouth. And she didn't perform the song. She just lip synced the song. And I was like, where's the performance aspect to the lip sync? Because that's what draws people into a lip sync if the song calls for it. Now, it is songs that it's Park and Bark is perfectly fine and it's actually best that you do. This was not one of those songs. Like you needed to perform the song a little bit to give us something. She was the definition of girl give us nothing in this lip sync. It was like
Very much
I'm
the Hillary Duff performance, which she was.
right. She was just like she gave us absolutely nothing in this, and she just she her arms, and she was like, I'm singing. Look at me. I know the words to the song, and I'm going to sing it correctly. I'll put my hands up here, but look at me. I'm going to sing the words of the song correctly. Like it was just nothing. Where Melina was like, I'm just going to perform. I'm just going to perform to the best that I can, and I'm going to do it. Was fine. Was it like you said, nothing groundbreaking? It was just fine. It was good. It was fine, but it was obviously who was going to win this, and unfortunately, we lost Paula Hoffman Van Cartier, and I was sad because I was like, I
Why
just
the two
started to like
sweetest?
you.
Yes, yes.
No.
Right when I start to just be like, I like you, they snatch him away from me, and just disturbed. I'm
Why do
disturbed.
the sweet ones have to go first?
Oh, prayer
Why?
circle for Mercedes.
No,
Oh my
no,
God, no.
I can't take this
Yes,
another like. Oh, I don't know what to do. It's
no.
so sad. It's so sad.
Ugh.
Oh,
But she had such a grateful exit. Like she was so like it was so emotional. Her speech, like thanking everyone, and Desiree crying in the back was so me. And then when she was walking back, and then she hugged Desiree, and she was like, "You better win this shit. You better win this." I'm like, yes, yes, absolutely, love it.
But
And then when she was walking out, she was like, she left, inviting herself for an international season, and saying that the last thing that she said is, "I want to go sit on my husband." I'm like, work.
I was like,
I love that for you.
Look, and you shall go do that. Go do that. Enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we lost them. But we know that next week we have Greg News.
The news.
The
Mhm.
news. Improv challenge. Another one that we felt like Chanel probably would have been great at. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Seriously.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
And we
I
should
see.
keep saying it.
David, do you want to
Okay.
do?
Yeah. So I just said per circle for Mercedes.
Mhm.
We should probably be concerned for Adora,
Yeah,
Lana,
I
because
know.
this is the second week in a row where the person that left were on both mine and Lana's team. We have three of the same people that we share.
Yeah.
So our last one that we both share is Adora.
I, if Adora leaves right now, I just quit. I quit. If next week Adora leaves, I quit. I'm telling y'all now, I will not be back on this podcast for Brazil if Adora leaves. I will be quitting this entire thing. I can't do it because David, they're killing me.
I
They're
know
killing us. They're killing us.
they are. And I
They,
won't spoil it, but uh, the only person that we had shared for France All Stars left this week too.
I hate it here. I hate
Uh,
it here.
Damn.
the lesson is we should not
We
draft the
should
same
not draft
person.
together. No, from this point on, I will never draft with
Split
you
your
again.
assets.
We're a
Split
great
them.
couple, but not when it comes to drafting.
We need to split them apart so one of us can win. So
Divide and
that means both
conquer.
of us absolutely. Because if you win, I win. If I win, you win. So,
Exactly.
oh,
So I guess because we have three of the same four people, but I guess your fourth person is doing a little bit better than mine because I'm in fifth place with 30 points. You're in fourth place with 31 points. So
okay.
that means whoever you have is a little bit better than Desiree in the draft. Who is that? I'm actually really curious now. Oh, it's Belky.
Belky, yeah, she's doing all right.
Yep. And then in third place is Logan with 36.5 points. Second place is Kamorian with 38 points. And winning the draft so far is River with
She
40.5 points.
as
That
she
feels correct.
should. It feels correct as she should. If I lose to anybody, River is the one I want to lose to in this here draft right here.
Absolutely. And it
Well,
feels right. It's going to feel
does.
right if the first draft that I win is this one. So
No, didn't you win another
Yeah,
one?
you just won a
You
draft.
just won one.
wait. Oh, I won the
You
All
won
Stars. I
All-Stars.
forgot because
Yeah,
I
I was
wasn't
like-
in the finale recap, so I forgot.
I
But
was like, you
absolutely.
just won one.
It's not
but
gonna
yeah.
be the first. Okay.
But
But I'm okay with winning it too. It's
Absolutely.
I'm okay with it.
Absolutely. And while we talking about drafts and winning and things, you're gonna win because you're gonna just watch another video because we gotta get out of here because we got more things to do. So we're gonna go make more content. You're gonna stay and click on the next video, but you're also gonna subscribe to this channel and all of our other channels because all those links are in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links, our Patreon, all of our socials are down there, so you can go and follow. You're gonna go and follow all of our socials on Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, TikTok, all those places. You can go follow the three of us if you want on our Instagrams. They're all down there. But you don't have to. But the other stuff you're gonna go do. So we really appreciate you going to do all of that. And you gotta go get some merch at LanaGCreations.etsy.com. That link is in the description below too. And so like I said, just stick around and click on the next video while we go make more great content. And we will see you all next week with more Brazil. So cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Bye.